The biggest mistake I see CPG founders make after working with tons of 8 and 9-figure brands, the biggest bottleneck to scaling up, especially on top of funnel with cold customer acquisition. Everyone's talking about creative diversity and volume, but it's not even the creative themselves. It's what the creatives drive to. If you really think about it, we put all this time and all this energy into content, into UGC, having the best content and the top performing creatives. And if you're watching this, I assume you already have that dialed. But what happens after that, right? Because the whole goal of creatives is to sell the click. And what happens when people go to your page? Usually what I see with most founders is that they drive traffic straight to the product page, which obviously can work. But if you look at big brands like IMA, Grunes, and others, usually they have multiple pages that are running and being used. Either pre-sales, landing pages, advertorials, listicles, or just any other specific landing pages, which we really like, and they are congruent with the messaging and the angle of the person we're targeting. I'm sure, as you know, with Meta, you can throw any ad into the atmosphere and it will figure out exactly who to target with the persona, with the angle you're using, and the awareness level as well. And what we found, what moves the needle in terms of scaling up ROAS and lowering CPAs, is having landing pages that are congruent with your ad messaging. So here are 7 things we've seen work best. First off, number 1 is an X reasons why with social proof. We call this the social proof plus listicle. And we've seen a lot of brands do this where essentially you're saying 7, 5, or 3 reasons why. And you usually want to stay between 3 to 7 reasons, nothing more than that because it's too long for people to read. And anything above 3 is enough to form a listicle in the first place. For example, let's say we're selling for this brand here. We can do 5 reasons why over 700,000 people love IMA for their gut health, because I know IMA is targeting people with gut health angle, and now you have specific ads that can drive toward this, and the headline includes social proof by mentioning a number of customers. So let's say we're selling for this brand here. I know that IMA is already targeting people with the gut health angle in their ads, so we could do a 5 reasons why landing page titled 5 reasons why over 700,000 people love IMA for their gut health. So now you could have the specific ads that can drive toward this specific landing page, and also the headline includes social proof by mentioning a number of customers. The next one we're seeing do really well is the comparison angle. This one is usually where you'll find a common enemy that is an alternative that most of your audience would actually go for. For example, if we're a brand like Rise who sells Focus without the crash, we would do a comparison of coffee versus Rise. Or as another example for Grunes, it could be Greens versus Grunes, which is their big positioning. So most supplement brands have that common enemy, that common alternative, and what you want to do is create a listicle or an advertorial based around this. The third type of landing page is an ingredient breakdown. This third one applies if your product and your supplement has many ingredients and it's a bit more complex. So for example, if you have an all-in-one blend that has different ingredients that have different benefits or different mechanisms. And this one is especially great when you can say 5, 3, or 7 reasons why you need X supplement name, and you can go through the individual ingredients and then go into social. And overall, most listicles at this point are pretty much the same structure. So it's more about the angles and the concepts that really resonate with your avatar. The next one is a founder story. There's a ton of great brands doing this, especially the ones in the more ancestral niche. For example, you have Organized Nutrition, you have Primal Queen, you have Armra. Those are great examples of landing pages you can model off for a founder-driven story. So far, these have been more solution-aware listicles. In the supplement niche, there are really 2 stages of awareness we consider. 1 is the problem aware, and 2 is the solution aware. This next one is for problem aware. For this 5th concept, it can be a 5 signs or 5 red flags of XYZ problem. So let's say we're selling a gut health supplement. We can do 5 red flags of dysbiosis. The beauty of this is that we can really educate on the unique mechanism of the product, and we can go through the 5 warning signs that lead to the product. So those are 5 landing page concepts that are pretty much evergreen for most brands. Now we do a lot more in depth for our clients as well. And the main thing I'd like for you to take away is the reason why testing these landing pages work is because you really want to nurture your customers. They want to get to know you, to trust you, and especially for a problem aware or solution aware top of funnel lead, you want to make sure you're nurturing them. So that's what we can do with landing pages. And the most important thing is really the messaging and the congruency. With these landing pages, we can ensure that when a customer sees an ad that's running a certain angle or targeting a specific persona, our landing page that they click on is going to be the other half of the entire battle to get them to convert and bring them down the funnel. So yeah, the next few videos will go more in depth of what we're doing for these landing pages and advertorials, and leave in the comments below any thoughts or any breakdowns you would like for landing pages.